Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday morning. Just want to come on here and talk a little bit about a PSA. I just, was happened to see on the YouTube streets, and it has been buzzing around mainstream media as well. It's in regards to the government is freezing homeless funds for California. Okay, first of all, California has had this homeless problem has exploded. Me being a native of California, it is close to my heart. However, I have not been residing in California in the past over 9 years. I believe when I left California in 2017 is when the housing crisis really started to just skyrocket with rent increases. Um, Over the years since then, it has gotten significantly more worse, especially on Skid Row. I do watch those videos as well, and it's very heartbreaking. But one thing I can say about Skid Row today, they make sure them folks are fed. They make sure they're fed. They do have, I believe, places where they can go and shower, where they can, use the restroom, but they always eating. So shout out to the people that really is on the front line feeding the homeless on Skid Row. Um, Also, with the Skid Row crisis, um, it's been questions about where's the money going. I have to be fair because even though it may seem like it's being more and more cruel to these people, there is talk about the powers that be dipping their hands in a cookie jar, and there's nothing to show for it, and they don't have any receipts to show what they've been doing with this homeless money. Okay, so that's out there too. Um, it's not the same Skid Row. Back in the day, Skid Row was just for mainly you would see, down on their luck vets, alcoholics, heroin addicts, but it wasn't, drug use wasn't as prevalent as it is now and out in the open, and, people just laying out everywhere, high, slumped over from the Fenty. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, nowadays on Skid Row, you're seeing a whole new class and group of folks. You're seeing women with children. You're seeing just people that's unemployed, down on their luck. So yeah, it's a different animal now. Um, Again, I got to be fair and say, okay, they're sending all this money, and yet and still they're still seeing the same results. Everybody's sprawled out on the street sleeping. Homeless families, homeless youth are now all out on the street sleeping, using, whatever's going on. But it's a double-edged sword because I also know just how greedy and corrupt this government that we're dealing with right now is. The Treasury is being drained. This is not just, bashing the government or bashing a certain party. We're seeing this in real time. In 4K of these folks just taking this money's being just gobs of money being spent on wars and just they're taken from the social safety nets. Just draining the Treasury. And then, like I did a video yesterday of how they're saying that the government is going to be, Social Security is going to be insolvent in 2032, Medicare and Medicaid. They're trying to see what they can do now to extend that date. But this Treasury is being ripped off, in my opinion. No money to feed the poor. No money to house the poor. No money for Medicaid. If you're not working, you don't get food stamps. To me, now that is a level of cruelty I've never seen in this country. Obviously, you can't find a job. The job market is horrible now. Everybody and their mama is looking for a job. and their grandmother and their grandfather and their brother and their sister. So to me, yeah, that is being cruel, to starve people out, because, they're down on their luck. And life is just not lifing for individuals in the right way. So yeah, I just want to come on here and drop them, that little bit of a PSA about in terms of, now the government is withholding funds from the most, deprived, disenfranchised, looked over, forgotten about people that you could ever even see. But okay, guys, if you like the video, go ahead and drop a like. It's free. Subscribe to the channel if you like my PSA/videos. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell when I drop another video/PSA. Drop a chit chat. It's free. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. No trolling, no criticism. All right, guys, be safe. Peace.